Hello, my friends. This is No Network with Katya, and I've been enjoying the beautiful sunset in Montown, Nagaland. I've spent the last 2 weeks in this beautiful state full with rich culture, history, and traditions. I went through many emotional states and I learned so much, not only about the people here, but also about myself. So stay with me and I'll tell you about my journey. Nagaland is one of the most unexplored states in India. It's located in the northeastern part and it borders to Myanmar. The gateway to Nagaland is its biggest city, Dimapur, which is located on the border of Assam. That's why it's very, very much diverse. You can see people from Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, and then other states from India. Also, 30% of the Dimapur population is from mainland India, mostly from Bihar. You can reach Dimapur by plane or bus as me. Since it was Sunday and many things were closed. I was just standing on the highway and waved at the bus where it was written Dimapur, and they picked me up. And after 4 hour journey from Kaziranga, I reached Dimapur. I would suggest 1 or 2 days are enough for to explore Dimapur. What was the most interesting thing for me were the markets for sure. I visited 4 different markets. One of them was the new market, the Hong Kong market, and two other different, which were located on the way. There I was shocked. I witnessed anything from the local vegetables like yam, cabbage, different kinds of bitter gourd, pumpkins, the small bananas, through through all of the meat that Naga people eat, starting from insects, seafood like fish, water eel, crabs, frogs, big ones, and small ones. And the most shocking thing for me were the dogs. Actually, they were selling live dogs. They were bound to their hands and their mouth was bound so they cannot run away uh, or make any other noise. It was shocking to see them. They were just lying on the ground, 10 or 15. And I got to know that they collect them from the streets from Assam, the neighboring state. They sell them for 4,000 to 5,000 Indian rupees. They're used as a um, for medical purposes or for delicacy. Um, Many people buy either the live dogs or they're already dead, cut off, and it was shocking. It was really shocking. I couldn't resist the view, so I got very emotional and I left the market. I'm not sure why they're still continuing to do this. Because based on the fact we live in 21st century and there's so many young people with internet access, I'm not really sure, and I'm just really surprised why this tradition is still going on. I heard there were many NGOs who wanted to stop this, but still they were unsuccessful, and still many people keep on eating dogs. This was quite sad and shocking, but if you want to be mentally challenged, go there. My next destination after Dimapur was Khonoma, which is known as the first greenest village in Asia. This is the fact because they first banned hunting here, and also it's very rich in biodiversity. You can take a cab or a shared taxi to the village. It will take 2.5 hours to 3 hours, and then you can have a small walk for 30 minutes to 1 hour. It is very beautiful, but there's not that much things to do or see there. 20 kilometers from Khonoma is located the capital of Nagaland, Kohima. It is up in the hills, so make sure you bring a jacket because it can get very cold. Kohima is famous for the annual Hornbill Festival, which is held from 1st to 10th of December. It gathers all of the tribes in Nagaland and it showcases their dances, traditions, clothes, craft, and many other things. So make sure you go there, you visit the festival. It's one of the most popular things to do in Nagaland. For Kohima, I would recommend 2 or 3 days maximum. In the city, you can visit the war cemetery, which reminds of the sacrifices during the Second World War. Then you can visit the Mao Bazaar, which is also the local market where you can see all of the silkworms, insects, frogs, white mice, bees, and all kinds of animals there. Be prepared to be shocked as well. And another thing to see is the State Museum, which I really recommend to learn more about the traditions, what kind of games tribes play, the differences between the different tribes regarding their clothes, their activities, how they harvest, and their agricultural activities as well. If you have time, also during the same day, you can visit Pulibaje, which is a small hill 1 hour away from Kohima. You take a cab to there and you can walk up for 30 minutes, enjoy the view, and then walk down. It's beautiful, but please don't do it during the rainy season because there are many leeches who can go inside your skin and do some damage. So don't do this during rainy season. Another amazing thing to do when you're in Kohima or the close by villages is to go for trekking in the Juku Valley. Juku Valley is famous for the bamboo around, the high variety of rhododendrons, orchids, flower, birds, and animals. There are two ways to access it through Jakama village or Vishvema village, and both of the treks are very long. So make sure you start early in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock, and be ready to trek at least 10 kilometers to reach the valley and then 10 kilometers back. There's a house in the middle, so you can sleep there if you have a tent, and you can enjoy some bonfire, the sky in the night, do some stargazing, but make sure you also bring enough water, food, and clothes. Starting with the trek was quite adventurous. We had to hire a cab, special cab, to bring us through the forest road to the beginning point of the trekking. It was quite dusty, bumpy, and rough, but it was fun. So make sure you have this cab, you book it in advance, and enjoy the ride. After Kohima, my journey continued to Mon Village, located in the Mon District in Nagaland. It will take you 10 hours to reach Mon from Kohima, so make sure you plan accordingly. You can go either by your private cab, shared cab, or public transport. Make sure that on Sunday there is no public transport available. And also, if you're traveling as a foreigner alone, make sure to ask about the timings because there's no information online available. There are only the numbers of the bus drivers, and very often the bus drivers don't speak English. So make sure you ask local people for help. They're very happy to help you and to guide you to bring you to the right station because each bus company has different bus stand. And if you start early in the morning at 6 o'clock, you can reach by 4 Mon. Bus drivers make 2 stops during the way, or you can ask them where they make stops. Usually they're 30 minutes and they stop at local restaurants, so you can have some food there. I started my journey at 6 o'clock, actually, until they load the luggage on the rooftop of the vehicle. It took us half an hour. So by 9:30 we reached the first stop. We had some nice food. I had rice and vegetables, and the second stop was at 2 o'clock, just 2 hours before reaching Mon. In Mon, I would recommend to stay in a homestay in a family. There are many available. You can check them on the Google Maps. However, there's no homestay listed on booking.com or any other platforms. Also, if you look on Google Maps, just check the reviews and also make sure that you have the number of the people, because on Google Maps there are also no number of the people in the family. So there's one option, you can just go on spot and ask if they have a room available. But if you go during the festival season, this not be the case. And or you ask local people from your trip before, from Kohima, from Dimapur, or from Assam, if they have friends from the Konyak tribe from Mon, they can just make some calls and arrange you a homestay. There's so many advantages when you're in a homestay because you spend the time with the family, and then you really get to know the local culture. You have breakfast with them, you have lunch and dinner with them, you interact with the children, you can talk about everything with the family, so you really experience not only touristic places but also local activities. They can also bring you to their own villages to meet their grandparents, their parents, and also you can experience activities like hunting, if you're into this, or fishing, trekking in the jungle, which are not listed on usual touristic websites. I was in Mon during the Aoleang Festival, which is held in the first week of April from 1st to 5th. It was amazing time because there were very less people in comparison to the Hornbill Festival, and you can really experience the local culture only, however, of the Konyak people. You can check out my videos from the Hongphoi village, Longwa village, and Mon village. The festivals were amazing. You can see completely different culture, completely different activities, games, dances, how ladies sing, men sing. You can see also the famous headhunters there. The headhunters of the Konyak tribe in the Mon district is one of the most fascinating part of the history that you can experience here. I really wish you are so lucky that you can experience them because all of them are now between 70 to 100 years. So in the next 10 to 20 years, they will all die, so you not experience them live. So make sure you come very soon to see them. Basically, why they were doing this. When they were doing this until the 60s of the last centuries, and whenever there was a fight between two villages, the Konyak warriors were going and they cut off the head of the enemies. They were very proud of this act. They brought the head in their baskets and they reached home. When they reached home, they put the head in front of their door as a symbol of status, as a symbol of powerness. They were all very proud. So after they cut off one head, they put a necklace, special necklace only with one head. Then after they cut two or three, they put another head to the necklace. And after reaching 4 or 5 heads, it will be very heavy, this necklace. So they started to make a tattoo on their face, on their chest, or in their arms. And you can imagine making a tattoo in the last century was definitely as not as safe, hygienic, and painless as now. So they were taking the sharp parts of bamboo, they were putting the ink, and they were just with force, they were just sticking in their face. I cannot imagine this. This would be very painful. The whole face was swollen, but still they could resist the pain because they were so proud that they did this. You can see also very big head ear ornaments. They had very big holes, and they poured the horns of different animals. And it's amazing to see this. When I saw them dancing, I felt like I was in another century, in another world. I could not believe I witnessed this, and it was just so amazing to be. I was feeling that I moved back in time. So definitely recommend this. Come and see this. It's amazing. The whole hand hunting history stopped after introducing Christianity to the state. Basically, the missionaries, they explained that this is not a good thing for sure to cut off different people's heads, and they abandoned this. So now this is still a history, but still some people do tattoos, not on their face, and now in a modern way. In Mon district, you can see many headhunters in the villages around, not only in Mon, but you can also visit Longwa, which is located exactly on the border to Myanmar. Half of the village is is in Myanmar and half of it is in India. And it's very interesting because they want to put a fence right now. Basically, uh, for many centuries, families have lived just in the villages between the hills. They were connecting with each other. Some of the villages in Myanmar, the school children, they go to school in India, and the opposite way. And also, many people from the Indian side, they go to do their agriculture in Myanmar. Um, Now the government wants to put a fence on this side to prevent illegal coming to India from the Myanmar side, but many people protested against this because they will split so many families and so many activities. I do recommend to visit this, especially during the Aoleang Festival. The main activity was on 2nd of April. Go with a local guide who will explain you what are they singing, and also you can visit some villages, talk to the local people, and the guide will help you translating. If you want to know more about the festival, don't forget to check out my videos, subscribe to my channel, and like me, my video, and my Instagram page. If you're coming by private cab and if you have time, you can for sure explore the other villages of the other tribes. Just make sure that the roads are not in very good condition in Nagaland. So if you don't reach them through Assam, it will take you a lot of time. You have to have a good cab. Don't go with a bike because it will be very dusty and bumpy. And for sure, it will be very interesting, however, because every tribe has different culture, different history, and you will learn a lot. You can also spend a night or two in a bamboo house made out only of mud and cow dung. You can explore hunting, fishing, trekking, cutting trees, living like a local, and this will be very interesting and enriching. One of the experiences you should do when you're in Nagaland is to visit a church. Uh, Not only during the week, but especially on Sunday, where different ceremonies are happening. Usually they start at 9 until lunch, and you can visit anytime. It is very interesting because they sing songs. They have different prayers, and when people pray here, they pray out loud. So it sounded like buzzing of bees. I don't know how they can concentrate on their own prayers, but it was very interesting to experience. Yeah, it's a good experience. You feel very energized after it. So please make sure to visit a church and also to try local food as well. Uh, it will be very interesting for non-vegetarian people who eat pork, chicken, eggs. You can try also different insects, or if you want, you can try also a dog. But they're not dogs available in the restaurants, so you can specially ask for it if you want to try. But please don't try. And if you're vegetarian, it will be a little bit difficult, but still possible. There are rice options with different dals. Lentil dal, Naga bean dal, stinky bean dal. Also, there is the Naga cabbage, which is super delicious. And other vegetables are usually a little bit sour and fermented. And it's completely different taste of everything that you have tasted before. So embrace the challenge, embrace the fear, embrace your mouth receptors, and jump into this journey in exploring Nagaland, exploring yourself as well. And I am very happy I had the chance to visit Nagaland, experience all of these activities and adventures, and I recommend to everyone. Please make sure you subscribe, and if you have any questions, just write them in the comments. I'm very happy to help. My next journey continues to Arunachal Pradesh, so I'll see you there. Bye bye.